we never looked in Whitestown. The first Whitestown Beer Fest was in 2015, but they had a homebrew competition, and I had entered some other stuff and won some medals at the state fair and stuff like that. My dad had too. And we went there and just won the whole thing by landslide. Won the first ever. They said, whoever wins gets this obnoxiously huge trophy. And we're like, we're in. We're going to go out and win this thing. I believe we dominated the competition, and we were already looking, and we won that. And a guy by the name of Dax Norton, who's now a dear friend of mine, he was the town manager of Whitestown, and said, hey, I've heard about you guys. I love beer, and we are trying to...
Heck yeah.
For sure. I was like, okay, you're cool already. Yeah. Dax, my man. And he's like, we're revitalizing Whitestown, and one of the things is we'd like a centerpiece of our old downtown to be a brewery. We like your vibe, blah, blah, blah. We love your beer. You got to check out this old historic gym. If somebody doesn't take it, it's gone. We're demolishing it, and we're redoing everything. We weren't necessarily looking to restore a historic building. In a way, it kind of fell into our laps. So basically the deal was, and people joke with us all the time, they sold it to us for $1, the building. $1, but there was a deal that we had to put a substantial amount of money into it to restore the space.
You get the real estate, but you have to spend what you would have spent on real estate
essentially, yes. Right.
On fixing the building.
Yep. And we were in construction. So my dad's mostly and brother, they run the company together in commercial construction. Got our uncles involved, and took about some planning and a couple of years of planning. But
at what point did you get the building?
2015. So we got it in 2015, and we opened in March of 2018. We were soft opened by December of 2017. Actually, we did our first event and sold our first beers December 2017, and that was a month after Cody and I brewed like 10 beers in a row. We were brewing every day. That's a whole nother wild story of just getting everything together. But the restoration was from maybe early spring of 2017, and we had the building done by December 2017.
Wow.
So we
but it was
restored
2 years
really
of like
quickly.
planning.
Planning, working with the town of Whitestown. I mean, they're a small town, really growing a lot. They had no idea what it would take to put a brewery in, especially with one that the way we wanted to do it.
Yeah.
So it took a lot of...
Like, what were some of the early 2 years of planning and like...
For sure. Even just how we're going to dispose of wastewater, right? For example, they were like, well, we don't know how much is going to come out of your brewery, how much our wastewater treatment is going to be able to handle, just things like that.
Oh yeah. Cause what do you do?
That kind of stuff. And then just, classic government red tape of just trying to...
Yeah. But like altogether though, it's like, it seems like a pretty cool public-private partnership to help bring this to life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of our parking is a huge thing, right? In all these Indiana towns, but one of our lots is a shared lot with the town of Whitestown. So very quickly it was a partnership with the town, and I have to thank Dax. He's now the town manager of Bargersville.
Oh.
So he's kind of trying to do, which they already have taxmen there, but he's kind of trying to do a similar thing that he did in Whitestown.
Is it interesting that like some of these small communities around central Indiana are like, first thing we need is a brewery. And then from there, coffee shops and all the other stuff.
And at that time, that was when a real boom was happening. 2015 to 2017, it had been booming since probably 2010, the craft beer industry. But that was, that's when towns were like, hey, we can build around a local brewery. The business model that we were going for was brewpub, local spot, not distributing, again, people coming to us, being a community spot.
Yeah.
And we had the space to do that.
Yeah, that's so cool.